Alright, welcome to the first episode of Fistful of Free Speech with Zeb Purcell. Now, unfortunately, we filmed an interview with a guy and he hasn't let us use the footage, which is fucking annoying. But the lawyers didn't say anything about his voice, so we're going to fucking show it anyway and just blur the twat's face. Enjoy. What the fuck? Hold on, that's fucking annoying. Well, my name's not Zeeb, it's fucking Zeb. What, no one listened to that before we started? Everyone's looking at each other, looking nervous, writing things down, but no one's looking at me. Great, fine, alright. Well, that's annoying, we'll deal with that later. Hello there, my name's Zeb Purcell, and I'm the host of Fistful of Free Speech with me, Zeb Purcell. A brand new podcast where nothing is off the table, except boring conversation. Any hint of my guest starting to bore me or you, and I can promise you, I will kick the conversation right in its nuts. This is going to be the definitive free speech podcast, the one for all others to follow. So for the next 10 minutes, think of this podcast as Jerusalem, me as your Lord, Jesus H. Christ, you as my disciples, and great conversations will surely appear out of nowhere like all that fish and bread did. Sorry if that offends any Christians. No, I'm not. Fuck it, it's a free speech podcast. Fuck them. Now, many of you at home will know me as a former columnist at The Sun and former host of my own talk show, Purcell Per Se, on the prestigious Channel 5. What you might not know is I was fired from both of those organisations for simply exercising my legal British right to free speech. And a second thing that we're not allowed to talk about legally. Without further ado, let's introduce my first guest on the Fistful of Free Speech podcast. He is an influencer, boxer, fitness fanatic and proud men's rights activist. His videos have garnered over 20 million hits online, it's quite a lot. And in a few days' time, he takes on a first serious boxing match against YouTuber Alan the Bumhole. It's K.
Thanks for having me, Zeb. I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh yeah, me too, mate. Same with you.
Right, your producer said you haven't seen any of mine.
Haven't seen your work. That's true, I haven't seen your work. But I guess then I'm a fan of your, I don't know.
But regardless, it's good to be here.
Ditto. Tell me, son, what got you into this line of work?
Well, I used to be a personal trainer, and I'd spend a lot of time talking with disillusioned young men. Men who, through no fault of their own, had become very emotionally and physically weak. And at the beginning, I blamed them. And then I started to realise that it was, in fact, women's fault. Yeah, too often, men get the shitty end of the stick, and...
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you know where that phrase comes from, shitty end of the stick?
No.
No, I didn't either. Then an old bloke told me the other day in a charity shop, so I'll tell you. Comes actually from medieval times. Yeah. When sometimes there'd be a land dispute and the two men couldn't agree amongst themselves. So they would make them stand 100 paces apart. They'd pull their trousers down and their, I don't know what they wore, pantaloons. And then one of them they'd give a stick, the other one would bend over and show their arse. And the guy with the stick had to throw the stick so it went straight up the man's arse, right? If he missed, then the other guy picked it up and they did it, and then they stepped in 10 steps if they both missed. And then eventually, one of them ended up with a stick up their arse, and they were the shitty end of the stick.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't either. I've been lied to. Fucking old shit. So last time I go to that Oxfam. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Oh, I don't remember what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm fucking pissed off now. Anyway, point is, you became famous for sticking up for men online and telling women they're too fat.
It's a simplification, but yeah.
So at this point, we know, everyone in this room agrees, that men are essentially just being shat on for no reason, right? That's just a fact at this point. Question is, what the fuck are we going to do about it?
So part of it is telling men to be more assertive.
For example?
Well, for example, some beta men will ask a female employee to do something, and because of feminism, they don't do it, even though it's their job.
Just out of interest, how'd you deal with that one?
Well, I don't employ any women.
Smart. Clever stuff. Because tell you what, I'm going to be completely honest, that sort of shit happens to me here quite a lot. I'll let you in behind the scenes. This podcast is run by a company called Enjoy Productions, right? It's one of those modern companies that's got loads of women in it. And I asked one of the producers, I'm going to be completely honest and transparent, Steph, who's sitting right there. I asked her if she'd get me some whiskey for the show, right? And didn't. No, it's apple juice. Yeah. There was 4 of them outside trying to get the fucking consistency right before we started. What the fuck's going on, Steph?
It's an insurance thing?
Insurance thing, my arsehole.
And what did you do when she said about the whiskey?
Well, I didn't do anything, I mean.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I forgot about it. I don't know.
Now, that is example of beta behavior. And if you want to live your life as an alpha like me, you need to be more assertive.
Well, how do I do that?
Well, you can start by getting your whiskey, say to Steph, I am the talent, and you work for me. Without me, there is no show. I don't want the apple juice, I want whiskey.
Yeah. You're fucking right. I will. All right, Steph?
Yeah.
What did you say I should say?
Doesn't matter, just be assertive.
Yeah, be assertive. Yeah, oi, Steph. Look at that. I'd like you, please.
Don't say please.
Not please. Actually, thank you. Not thank you either, right? Fucking nothing. Look at that, Steph. I'd like you to get that glass, go out there, put whiskey in it.
No.
All right. What do I do? She says no.
Well, she shouldn't say no.
Shouldn't say no, Steph.
Well, I am, Zeb. I'm sorry. The risk assessment, I can't.
So what do I do? That?
Oh, this is pathetic. Of course she doesn't respect you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, like I said, men have become emotionally and physically weak.
Oi, stop pointing your finger. I'm not fucking physically weak. I go to the gym every few, months. And when I do, I go running on that fucking treadmill, lifting that fucking bar.
Yeah, you know you got to put weights on the end, right?
Yeah, I know I've got to put weights on the end of that. They're laughing in there. That's interesting. Not very fucking left and progressive, is it, laughing at that?
Look, Alan, I'm just saying what I'm seeing.
Well, do you know what, mate? I'll tell you what I'm fucking seeing. I'm actually seeing a massive twat. Yeah, I am. Sitting there with fucking shorts that are too small and a stupid fucking chain and a stupid fucking haircut and looking like a huge twat in a chair.
What was that, pretty boy?
Nah, I was just saying about the chair.
You've just insulted me.
Did I? Did I?
Yeah, don't back down now. You've insulted me and my name. You know what happens to people that do that? I fight them.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, mate, I would as well normally, right?
Yeah.
But just because of the risk assessment, you're shaking your head. No, that's fine, is it? I fight him?
Well, I don't want you to fight him, but there's actually nothing that's specifically...
Oh, that's interesting, Steph. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, so I would, but I haven't warmed up, so...
I haven't either.
Yeah, but I've got an injury at the moment, tibia fibia. So
Fibula, and it's in your leg.
yeah, all connected though, innit?
Right, on the count of three, get up.
All right, so
Count of three.
yeah, I will, but okay.
3.
This is silly. No, don't.
3.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
on one or on
2.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, what we're
One.
doing instead of Hold on. What the fuck's going on? Why are you all laughing? Oi, what's going on? What's happening? Were you in
They're
on
all
that?
just playing with you, mate. I was just a joke. I asked in advance if I could play a bit of a trick on you, and your team said you'd be up for it. No. We just wanted to man you up a little bit.
Oh, it was a joke. Oh, you should have said. That's funny. And you're laughing as well. That's great. That's great. That's great. Who specifically said that would be all right? Who specifically? Grace? Yeah? You're fired. Yeah, get your stuff and fuck off. No, don't start saying goodbye. Get your stuff, pick up your fucking tote bag and fuck off. Yeah? Right. Now to the rest of you, fucking dungaree wearing fucking wankers, this is my fucking podcast. And you arseholes will show me a bit of fucking respect. Do you hear? Good. That man enough for you?
Yeah. Well done, mate.
Whatever. Well, that's all we've got time for today. Thanks to my guest. You do have a girl's name, actually, by the way. Yeah, and you look stupid. Good luck in your upcoming fight. Hope you don't get battered like a fucking sausage. And thanks for listening to our first ever podcast. Maybe we'll have a less jokey one next time and a serious conversation about actual issues men are facing. For example, some of them are killing themselves. That funny? Didn't think so. Thanks for listening. Keep your eyes open and keep the speech free. Good night. I knew it was okay. You know about
about it.
No, it's funny. No, I don't know. It's funny stuff. I don't mind. It's just embarrassing for you in a way, I guess. You know?
I'm not embarrassed.
Well. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more of this stuff, click on the little circle in the middle to subscribe. If you want to watch more of Fistful of Free Speech, click the video on the left. For some other random shit on this channel, video on the right. Cheers.